Atlanta, live from K.L.P Studios. Shush. Ever wonder what went down behind the scenes of our top stories?
Say what?
Then tune into What Had Happened Was, the only radio station that takes you straight to the source. From coast to coast, tune in now as we dive deep into the stories, the drama, and the moments that shape the culture with
The swanky one, new K.L.P.
and
With your girl, Evelyn Letitia.
live, Swanky 93.3 and the Heat 94.6 radio stations, or wherever you get your podcasts from.
I wish I would have hit that before you said that. That would've been funny.
You ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
Ow!
Ow.
We
Hey,
in there.
we in
You know
there.
what it is.
What had happened was,
Hey, what's up now?
what
What happened was, hey,
Tune
hey.
into the best podcast ever.
what had happened was,
I'm one of your hosts, your girl, Evie Evelyn Letitia. And to my left, I got my homeboy, Kennedy Lucas Patterson, K.L.P.
Hey.
what had happened was,
Welcome back, y'all, to another episode.
what had happened was,
Ow! You know what it is. You got the business.
what had happened was,
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. She good with the button too. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome back to another exciting podcast here today. This is
what had happened was,
welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You are tuned in to one of the biggest, and I'm hyping us up a little bit. One of Atlanta's favorite independent podcasts, What Happened Was podcast. I'm your gracious, highly favorite podcast host, K.L.P Kennedy Lucas. And to my right, she's awesome. That's Evelyn Letitia. She's ready for it. She's ready for another exciting podcast.
Yes.
We are, first and foremost, I want to say to everybody, thank you guys so very much for tuning into the content, tuning into our Instagram and Facebook.
Yes.
It's Instagram that a lot of people been tuning in. A lot of people been following. A lot of my church friends, believe it or not, a lot of my friends, they say, hey, I love the podcast with you and me. My friend Connor was like, yeah, I love your little podcast. I'm like, little?
First of all, take that little out there.
I know. I clowned him for it.
Connor.
I clowned him for it, like, little? What do you mean? But I'm sure he didn't mean
We
that.
a big deal over here,
Big
Connor.
deal
We're
over
a
here.
big deal, Connor.
Shout out to Connor. Saw them 2 days ago. Had to help one of our friends move. Shout out to them. But people have been very, very engaging with our podcast. And I'm just so thankful that a lot of people tune into these things and really watch, really listen, really enjoy the conversations. And it seems like you guys been loving the short clips that we've been doing too.
Yeah, one of ours is like we went to our Instagram and like we're used to getting like maybe 2,000 views, here and there.
Here and there.
I looked, it was at 15,000, and all of a sudden that you text me, you say, "Hey E, this video got 20K." I was like, what happened? Like, we didn't do anything different. I don't know what it was about that particular clip, but y'all was going in. I was like, hey,
we appreciate it.
You can keep watching, keep sharing, but it jumped up to 20,000 views. I was like, ooh.
Yes, it did.
Are we trying to go viral?
I mean, so we tried everything with the short clips and whatnot, but I wanted to, and let me tell you the growth of this podcast. Let me just show you real quick.
Show what we working with.
We working with some stuff here when it comes down to it, but if you guys wanted to, because a lot of people did ask, where can we find social media, right? And on social media, it's the same thing with Instagram and Facebook. Yeah. What Happened Was podcast. Boom! Y'all see that? See the graphics there? Follow us. That's Instagram. That's What Happened Was podcast. WHHW Radio 1. Look at those followers. Don't they look nice? Yeah. Very nice. Thank y'all for
following.
Thank y'all so very much for that. That's just we had to show off a little, because we're changing some things with the studio and with the switch share. We're gonna show you guys a little bit more.
And those of you who are listening to us right now,
yes,
we just need to let y'all. We got a new backdrop.
Yes, we did.
We've been investing some stuff.
Just some stuff.
A little meat.
Yeah, buddy. But before we get to the topics, of course, we like to do our quick little check-ins.
Oh yeah.
What had happened was,
what's going on with you, Ish?
Child, let me tell you something.
Yeah.
First of all, still promoting our film that we're going to be doing, Aggie Pride the movie.
Yes.
Y'all see the merch. Shout out
Yes.
to my team member who helped do all our promotional stuff. But I got to go to North Carolina A&T to their homecoming last weekend.
Awesome.
When I tell you the level of blackness, community, it felt like a huge family reunion. Now, most people know that I'm a Clemson University alum. So I've heard of Aggie Pride. I've heard of North Carolina A&T. But I've never gotten a chance to go to the actual campus. So to be there and during homecoming, oh my gosh. Then they play HBCU that's close to my hometown. Out of Orangeburg, they play South Carolina State University. Now, South Carolina came down there and beat A&T. So, y'all homecoming didn't end the way I think y'all wanted it to, not as far as the football go. But most people know, they go down there for the bands and the camaraderie and everything. But it was amazing going across campus, talking to people, letting them know about our film that we're going to be doing on a North Carolina A&T 4, who staged the first sitting at a Woolworths, in Greensboro, North Carolina Woolworths counter to integrate that and push forward for change. So Aggie Pride the movie, we're still in our Seed and Spark campaign right now. That campaign ends on October the 27th, but you can go to Seed and Spark /fund/Aggie-Pride-1. It's in our bio on our IG page. But you can go to that and you can still pledge today, and no funds are deducted from your account until October the 27th when the campaigning ends. Now, if you're the type of person that be like, oh, girl, I ain't got time to be doing no pledge and all that kind of stuff like that. Where you want me to send some funds? I just donate something. We do have a Cash App. It's $ Aggie Pride the movie. That's the Cash App. $ Aggie Pride the movie. Nothing is too small. We want to make sure that we really get the funds necessary to make this film a success.
Yes. And
we got to talk to a lot of alumni who are backing this project and who are donating. We've met a whole lot of people at the homecoming. And this actually, the school itself has, gave us the go-ahead green light. They're backing and they're supportive of this. Sometimes people go and try to do projects on something, but it kind of like almost falls flat if you really don't have the support of that particular, organization. So North Carolina A&T, shout out to you, the university, for actually, backing us and everything like that. So
shout out to them. Shout out to them.
But yeah, it's going to be an amazing.
I love it, and I've seen the video. Of course, I've been watching your story when you were on the campus and you having a ball, and to see like the projects getting cooked up and people are donating, and director Little John, I finally followed him. Shout out to you, man.
Quentin is awesome. Quentin. He has such a aspiring mind, and he's actually an A&T alum as well.
Oh, I love it.
So that helps. Special. It really connects the piece even more because he actually went there to the school and everything like that. We do, and I meant to say we have an IG page for the movie too. It's at Aggie Pride the movie. That is the IG page, and we're still building that so you can see the process of everything. So there'll be some more videos and pictures going up over there. But when you go to the Seed and Spark campaign site, even if you don't pledge, go to that website still because you can read about everything the film is going to be about, where our funding is going, the breakdown of everything. You actually get to meet who the production team is and some bios on us and all that kind of stuff as well.
I love it.
Shout out to Quentin.
Shout out to Quentin. Hey, maybe he helped us get that 20,000 views on that post. Because that's what we were promoting.
I said, did we do something different?
Like, how did we reach that?
Hey, I don't know. I ain't mad at it.
But
I'm just trying to figure out,
how can we continue that many viewer count?
And with this day and age, with so many people doing, purposely doing these gimmicks, trying to go viral, it always feels better when you're just naturally being yourself. That's and true. It That's gets true. The attention of others. That's true. Because I'm going to be honest with y'all, I am so goofy. But everything that y'all see me doing goofy or funny with, that's naturally me. You will never see me get on from this camera and I don't sit back there and plot that, I'm going to trip down these stairs. That'll get them to laugh. No, I'm not doing no gimmicks and stuff like that. Y'all either rock with it or you don't. And y'all have been showing us that y'all are rocking with it. So I'm here for it. Shout out to y'all.
Shout out to y'all. Y'all dope.
Yeah.
Awesome. Busy week for K.L.P. We got a lot of things going on.
What you
This
got going
week, and I already met with some other people that my gospel album still getting cooking around. It's coming, y'all. But this week is very, very special.
Okay.
This week, if you guys follow my Instagram and social medias, I'm a part of the GGC production team. I've done it in college when I was there for 4 years, and then I graduated, and then I still do it, of course, as a vendor. K.L.P Entertainment Filmworks, we're a vendor for GGC, and I'm very, very excited for this one because Thursday. Let me get the graphic ready. Thursday. Let me tell you what's going on Thursday. Of course, October 23rd. Women's and men's basketball. I'm officially, I've been on the team for a very long time, but I'll be help producing men's and women's basketball. GGC's inaugural women's and men's basketball game.
Okay.
We're going to have a lot of people there. A lot of students are coming out. A lot of sponsors are coming out. The president, Dr. Joseph, shout out to her. She will be there too. It's a big, big show on Thursday. So
sponsors, you say?
Yes.
What had happened was
athletics. If you want a podcast, you know how to reach us.
Yes.
But I'm very, very excited for this one. I know it says 1 week away in the poster, but it's this week, October 23rd. I can't wait for that. I worked with some incredible people who recently graduated from GGC, and then also worked closely with some students to train them on how to work the camera, train them how to be in production professionally. Shout out to my buddy Matt Mahoney for always taking me. I've known him for 10 years, so we're still kicking around, still working for him. And it's just going to be a great turnout on Thursday. I can't wait for that. I do say real quick, and we'll get to what we need to get to. Everybody around Lawrenceville, or if you're a college student of GGC, come out to this game on the 23rd. It's going to be a slam dunk. That time is the first ever women's and men's basketball season to start, and it's going to be very, very impactful. So, guys, come out to it. Yeah. That's what I got going on, really, for the majority of it.
You still working out stuff, too?
Still working out. Crunch, they sent me a very, very nice gift package 2 days ago. Ladies and gentlemen, because there's a video I posted on social media. They reached out to me, believe it or not. They said, hey, we saw you doing your progress. You're doing your thing. We want to send you something. I'm like, me?
Tell them you got a sister named Evelyn.
I mean, I will, right? So they sent me a 3-pound box of a travel tumbler, a Crunch towel, a keychain that's on my keys. What else they sent me? A Crunch shirt, which I asked for a large because I'm gonna work out in it. So I cut the sleeve. I gotta cut the sleeves to make me look swole. He love
popping the muscles.
I love popping the muscles.
Look, I was surprised that he started wearing them tights, them compression tights.
Because
he loved them thigh muscles out. I was like, you gonna cover the thighs? Okay.
Because it compresses it down. It makes it look, more muscular. And people, they notice it too. I met this one girl. We'll get to that later. But there's shout out to that one girl that I met.
But yeah, so they sent you the shirt,
the towel. They sent shirt,
okay.
towel, tumbler, keychain, and a note. And it says, it's right here in the office. It says, hey, Kennedy, we love seeing your progress at the gym. Keep the good workout. Keep up the good workouts. Crunch.
Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're having a great experience with yours, because
what happened was
at a Crunch in the upstate of South Carolina where I'm at in Greenville, there was a Crunch more recently that was deemed ground zero for a measles outbreak.
Oh,
and this particular Crunch, because we got several in the upstate now, but this particular Crunch is one of the ones that stays crowded with people. And I think when we talk about measles is something that was eradicated for decades.
Yes, that's true.
So people who don't understand totally what measles are really don't think it's that big of a deal. And it's a huge deal.
It is.
It's a huge deal to the point of, in Spartanburg County, which is a county over from Greenville where I live, 150, I think 7 students are quarantined because of a measles outbreak in the school.
Wow.
There's a young lady, I'm going to play this for you to let you hear what she has to say. Her name is, it was 153 students. They were, what's that?
That's the garage.
Okay. Yo, child, I thought I was going to have to protect me and kids. Yeah. I was ready to put my movie tied at work. I was ready. Like, let me put them in some restraint. Anyways, 153 students were quarantined because of the lies Lies travel faster than measles, she said. And this is CJN legal nurse. She's on YouTube. This is what she had to say. Let me cue it up here.
Over 150 students in South Carolina are quarantined right now because of a measles exposure. 21 days out of school, isolated. Why? Because misinformation made people think vaccines were optional fashion statements instead of disease prevention. As a nurse, I have seen what measles can do. It's not just a rash, it's pneumonia, brain swelling, blindness, even death. This virus can hang in the air for up to 2 hours after someone coughs or sneezes. That's why one case can spiral into an outbreak. Now, here's the part that makes my blood boil. When leaders or supposed leaders downplay vaccines or call science a hoax, the public listens. They cut funding, they silence experts, they twist data to fit politics, and it's kids who pay the price. When truth is treated with an opinion, people get sick. Nurses, doctors, public health workers, we spend our days fighting the fallout of bad information. So if you're watching this, check your vaccination record. Verify your info from credible health sources, not a meme. Facts save lives. Fear in politics never have.
In that order.
In that order.
In that order. Like again, it's been eradicated for so many decades that people just don't know. And then instead of researching what the symptoms are, the signs are, you're just listening to someone tell you something as fact. Y'all, this disease is not like, oh, it's just a little rash. No, like you heard it, pneumonia, eye damage, blindness, brain damage, all of that stuff can come about from the measles. And for it to linger up to 2 hours, so you're being exposed and don't even know it, you know, and it's just like, it can transfer that fast, passing it on. So 153 students quarantined for 20 days.
And that's a lot of time to be missing for school too, because even though during COVID, the students stayed at home and homeschooled and whatnot, but it's such a different thing when kids are missing that much amount of school and they can't really learn the material. Because if they're sick, let's say if that one kid had pneumonia, I think by the grace of God, I've never had pneumonia, but if you have pneumonia, you don't really think about studying or reading a book or getting ready for a test. You sick in bed. Yeah. You don't want to do anything. So I do think that is a very, very long time to be missing out of school. And it's like, it's hard to, I would say it's hard for kids to catch up if they miss that significant amount of time out of school. Now, if it was a week, you can get caught up as a kid, but 21 days? That is a lot. And that's just the one thing that kind of makes me nervous about that, because, you know, these are kids. You know, kids share a whole lot of things, a whole lot of germs and bacteria in these schools, or the schools that I've seen. Some schools out there I've seen, sorry, Georgia, I'm putting y'all on blast. Some of these schools here in Georgia look disgusting.
And it's not even like especially elementary schools, those are breeding grounds for germs. Because you're talking about little kids that you have to repeatedly tell them to wash their hands. If they sneeze, they got stuff all over the place, and they just do this, and they wipe it on their clothes, or they wipe it on each other, and they think it's funny to put a booger on somebody, and they cough in your face, and like it's like you're just playing past the disease around.
Past the bacteria.
Yeah, and then by the time they get to middle school, it's the misinformation of, you can't get it from that. I remember, it's kind of like with sex ed, right? Yeah. They quit really teaching it in school like they used to, but you got kids giving kids advice on sex who know nothing really about sex. So instead of them going to adults, well, you know, like, if you pull out and you jump across the person, they're not going to get pregnant. And you be like, who told you that?
Who told you that?
Let me tell you something. Stuff I've heard as a nurse will blow your mind. Yeah. Not just from like a perspective of adolescents, but grown people who they learned certain things in their youth that were incorrect, and they've carried that into their adulthood. And you sit there, ask them a question about certain things, and I was like, what? Say what now?
Come and say what now?
Like even when I hear like this question, vaccinations. If you are a millennial, if you are a Gen Xer, if you are a boomer, you have been vaccinated against measles at some point. If you got an MMR record of vaccination, you were vaccinated against measles. This lady tried to argue me down that she's never been vaccinated for measles. I said, do you have your vaccine record? She showed it to me. Mm-hmm. It said MMR on there, had the dates and everything. I said, yes, ma'am, you have been. She said, no, they would have told me. My parents didn't tell me. I said, ma'am, the MMR stands for measles, mumps, and rubella. You were vaccinated. And she just sat there and looked at me like I was lying to her.
Yeah.
You handed me your vaccination card. Like, it's on there. So a lot of people who are like, oh, well, I've never gotten, because you were probably vaccinated against. If you're in that generation that's older than the Gen Zs and Gen Alphas, you were probably vaccinated. It started kind of around the Gen Zs where some millennial parents, which I don't get this either because they were vaccinated, started like, oh, well, I don't want to vaccinate my kids. And now we're starting to see some of these things pop back up, like measles and polio and things that we got rid of. But it's a ignorance thing, and then some of it is an ego and pride thing. Yeah. Some people just don't like to be told what to do. Right. But sometimes you need to be told what to do for your own safety and protection, because clearly you can't make those decisions for yourself. That's true. But I hope that these babies that have been exposed, that everybody is going to get better. If anybody's like down and out and really sick, that this doesn't spread, and that we can contain that, because
I don't want this spread.
We'll be in a world of hurt with some stuff.
I don't want this spreading. And let me tell you, when you sick, being sick ain't fun. I hate it when I become sick.
And this next topic kind of rolls into sickness and a little bit of fitness and stuff at the end. Hey. So sickness, we recently lost one of our, soulful singers who, he was amazing, D'Angelo. For those who don't know, D'Angelo, he was neo-soul singer, worked a lot with Angie Stone. They actually share a son together. Yeah. And we just talked about Angie, a few episodes back of her passing this year. And, it puts in perspective for their son, like, what he must be going through. Because he just lost both of his parents the same year. I couldn't imagine. Yeah. I couldn't imagine losing both my parents. And it was said that D'Angelo was battling pancreatic cancer. That ultimately, that is what took his life. At the age of 51, he had a private battle of pancreatic cancer, and that's what happened.
What causes pancreatic cancer, necessarily?
Cancer in general is an overgrowth and rapid production of unstable cells in the body. Right. There's a myriad of things that can cause cancer. Yeah. And then there's things that you could be done to treat cancer, whether it's chemo, whether it's radiation, whether it's surgery to remove the cancerous part if it hasn't spread and it can be contained. There's also, which the Western civilization medicine don't like to talk about a lot, but there's been proven holistic measures that people have proven to rid the body of cancer. But we don't tend to talk about that as much in Western medicine because, a lot of times, this is my personal belief, a lot of times these big pharmaceutical companies, they thrive off of, the money is not in the cure, it's in the treatment. If I keep treating you, I can keep generating money from you. But if I cure you, there's a patient gone now. Yeah, then you're out of money. Yeah. So, that sucks. That's a whole nother ball, a whole nother rabbit hole we can go down. But to stay on topic with D'Angelo, he would greatly be missed. A lot of people outpouring of love for him. His family released a statement. I got this off of Instagram from V103.
What had happened was...
It says, the shining star of our family has dimmed his light for us in this life. After a prolonged and courageous battle with cancer, we are heartbroken to announce that Michael D'Angelo Archer, known by his fans around the world as D'Angelo, has been called home. Departing this life today, October 14th, 2025, we're saddened that he can only leave dear memories with his family. But we are eternally grateful for the legacy of extraordinarily moving music he leaves behind. We ask that you respect our privacy during this difficult time, but invite you all to join us in the mourning of his passing while also celebrating the gift of song that he has left for the world. And when I say gift of song, I'm talking gifted. Gift. To date, and he has several albums that he's released, right? Black Messiah, Brown Sugar, etc. Voodoo. Brown Sugar. Oh my God. That's my album right there. Brown that sugar. Brown sugar, babe. I get high off your love. Want some of your brown sugar. Oh. That, what's another song that I love? You're my lady.
Oh, I like that one.
That one, I love. That's one of my favorites by him. Hold on. Get my sensor ready.
Yeah, get that.
It goes, she, damn, motherfucker. That's why I love that. That's off of the album. And then I like some of his duets that he did. His duet with Lauryn Hill. Yeah. Doesn't even matter at all. I love that one. And there's another one. He remade Smokey Robinson, Cruising.
Smokey Robinson. Yeah. Sorry.
What was that?
No, that was.
I was like,
another song. Yeah, I was thinking it was Jamie Foxx.
I don't know that one.
The band rules. Wanna be? Well, Jamie Foxx and Twister, but
okay,
he said
and Kanye West.
Yeah, and Kanye West. I'm sorry.
He said Smokey Robinson in that?
Yeah, well, in the long extended version.
Oh, okay. Come on, I know. He says he wants some Marvin Gaye, some Luther Vandross.
It's towards the end of that song.
Okay.
Towards
gotcha.
the end.
You threw me. I was like,
I ain't throw you off.
It's the way that you sung it too. You was like, Smokey Robinson. But no, he remade Cruising. Okay. Baby, let's cruise away from here. That's my song. Don't be confused. The way is clear. And if you got it, you want it forever.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah, I do remember it.
Yeah. I remember. Cruising. Yep. I love that. But D'Angelo, oh my gosh. The first time, of course, most women would tell you.
What had happened was
when we discovered hormones. Was our first time seeing his video Unentitled. How does it feel? When he said, girl, it's only you. Have it your way. And if you want, you can decide. It's the one when he's naked. Yeah. And when I'm talking about body, and I'm not trying to deduce this moment just to him being on that platform, but I'm speaking for a woman, grown woman now, who appreciates that song and that video. But when I was a teenager and that song came out, let me tell you something. Like not us at the TV trying to look down the screen. but see what you're working with. Yeah, but funny. The way it was the first time I looked upon a man's body and then a melanated man like with so much. Swole too. It was the most beautiful thing I think I've ever seen. Like his definition, and that wasn't the first time I seen some man that had a shirt off, that had muscles. It was not, but it was everything. It was from the close up on his lips, the little gaps in his teeth. Like this man was beautiful. He was, and then the soulfulness of his. It did something to me. It did something to a lot of young women, and I'm sure maybe some young men too. But I'm just saying, it did. And more recently, before her passing, there was a video with Angie Stone, her and her son, their son, sitting and watching that video of him, right? Yeah. And she said something so profound that it put it into a different perspective. Because I've seen certain interviews and I think an unsung episode with Angie Stone, and she talked about her relationship with D'Angelo and how when they were dating, I think there was somewhere between 10 to 11 year age difference between them. And she was saying that at the height of him with Unentitled, that sometimes he would walk the red carpet. They wanted to keep him looking like this single heartthrob, even though they're together. Right. She wasn't allowed to walk the red carpet with him. They were a couple and everything. So she talked about that. So
that makes sense because I mean it's your persona.
Yeah. So in a more recent video of her and her son watching a video of Untitled with him doing that, she says, "This is when I knew I lost the love of my life." That put everything into a whole different perspective. Because here we are, like I said, on the other side of this, like, oh, God, body is, whoo,
Yeah, body is bodying right
something
now.
burning down here in a good way.
Got
not,
the
not the bad kind of burn that some of y'all need to go get a shot for.
Yeah,
we
no.
ain't talking about that kind of burn. We ain't talking about that. I'm talking about the good feeling kind of burn. Like, it really kind of took some of the air out of it for me, because I'm like, oh, to love somebody on that level, and you see them instantly become this sought after person.
Yeah.
And just for her to say that was the moment I knew I lost the love of my life.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I was like, I just felt a great bit of sadness for her in that moment. And you could see it on her face that she was very much still in love with him, but she knew for him to grow and be the person that he's going to be in this industry, that love was gone. Like, that's when she lost him, because of what the people around were going to promote him as. And even him, I think he took like maybe a 10+ year hiatus at one point.
He did, yeah.
Because that's what people wanted to see. After that video, every time he went to perform, people wanted him to take his clothes off and stuff.
Yeah.
And this man was so in tune with what he could do musically and gifted, but they deduced it to just him being a sex symbol.
Yeah.
So he took a lot of time off.
Yeah.
But I'm so grateful for the stuff that he left behind for us to
really enjoy.
To really enjoy.
Yeah.
Now, people, this is why I said that the fitness aspect comes in.
Swollenness.
People have been posting, their well wishes and stuff to his family.
A lot of R&B artists too.
Yeah, and their form of tributes to him.
Yeah.
Benzino.
Oh gosh, what happened to him now, E?
We talked about Benzino some episodes ago, because Benzino did a mic drop challenge. He got the microphone, and he was rapping or whatever, and it was some of the most corny, hot trash stuff that we had heard, and we talked about it. Like,
put
sir,
it down, Grandpa,
at your age, and it's not even like I can't say that because you're at a certain age that you can't rap anymore. That's not what I'm saying. It's but the stuff that he was rapping about.
Yeah,
it's like, when does your mentality change to reflect growth and maturity? Right? You can still rap, but stuff. Anyways,
he was trying to rap like the new acts.
Benzino released this song, and in the song, there's a black backdrop, there's a light on him, and he's kind of. And he even made a post, like, paying tribute to, like, D'Angelo as, like, I guess honoring him. But he's oiled up with his shirt off. And, I don't know if he has pants on or they have him low, but you can see his V-cut. Kind of like what D'Angelo had. But he's spinning it like that. He's slowly turning like a little rotisserie chicken. And he's oiled up. And he's doing all these crazy movements and his music, and people were like, Benzino, we did not ask for this.
No, we didn't.
First of all, the song, I really did try to listen to the song. The song kind of sounds okay, but the visual from it, I was like,
You were like,
why would you do this?
Yeah.
I'm gonna play some of the song. First of all, let me see where I got it. So this is Legend of Benzino. This is from his actual IG page, and the song. He says in this caption, I absolutely was influenced by the amazing artist D'Angelo. Rest in peace, King. Your music is timeless. So the song itself is called Bigger Picture.
What had happened was...
I'm going to speed up a little bit. Okay, that's enough of that. So the song itself, it sounds okay, but we didn't need this visual. We did not need this visual. Now, I will say this. Benzino, for him to be as old as he is, I think he's late 50s, early 60s, right? He takes very good care of his body.
I mean, he look cut, though.
His body...
He look good.
For him to be his age, his body is banging. But again, we did not ask for that. And people who were looking at the video, the comments that people...
I can't wait to see what the comments say.
People have gone in. I'm gonna read some of these comments. I say this on Facebook. Your problematic face says Benzino is shaped like a pair of Yeezy slippers. Your problematic flavor says Benzino is shaped like a chicken tender.
Chicken tender. It's the chicken tender for me.
And look, he all up like he might be dropping some grease. I don't know. The same person, this person was going in. Young problematic fave says Benzino is shaped like a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle action figure.
Oh no.
Micaiah Pulliam posted a picture of a cat crying with hands like this head. Like, who asked for this?
No one asked for it.
No one asked for this. Jada Nichelle says he's shaped like a burp. I'm so scared.
Wow. Well, he did look like he was like, at the beginning, he was like a turtle face. Trying to look sexy.
Jalen Scott said if the yellow M&M was a person.
No.
And look at him. Let me say this, because I don't want nobody to get on him like, why y'all body shaming? It is not. I'm reading the comments is what people say.
Smaller than me.
Benzino, but I don't care what the comments say. Yeah. Benzino body looks amazing. So let's not even make this, we body shame. No, but nobody needed this. We did not need, especially we didn't need this attached to D'Angelo at this time.
Not at this
time. Like, Benzino, please go somewhere else.
And I get that people are paying tribute. And I hope people, when they pay tribute, they're actually paying tribute, not just because it will get you the clicks and the comments and the likes and the TikToks.
Yeah.
Right? Because if you're doing it, if you're capitalizing on someone's death, shame on you.
Because Keontae Hendricks said, Benzino, please. We just lost the man.
Yeah, we did.
Like, Kiara Marie says, they need to start letting him purchase oil. Yeah. Because clearly, he used the whole bottle.
He used the whole bottle.
He says, look. They said, do you want some, how much more do you want? He said, yes.
Yes.
He ain't even giving them out. Just, yes.
He said, I'll do it.
Yes. Just give it here. Oh, my gosh. Oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I don't know.
Bridget Hill says, Eminem says, what's the opposite of Benzino? A giraffe. Because they always talk about he ain't got no neck.
He ain't got no neck.
Which makes which makes us look even more, like, weird that he was doing these robotic... While the song going on, and I'm like,
I think if he didn't do all that, because I think Tank did something similar to this, right? Because if you think about D'Angelo,
but the thing is though, Tank pulls off sexy without having to try. It's a natural.
Yeah,
Tank can do that.
Chris Brown could do it.
Chris Brown can do it. Usher can do it. Benzino is trying so hard to be sexy. It comes across as corny. It comes across as desperate. Even there's an old episode, if you get a chance to go back, the Jamie Foxx show. Yeah. There's an episode where Jamie puts on this wig like a braids. Yeah. And he's pretending like to be D'Angelo, and he's dancing for Fancy. Oh. It's one of the funniest episodes because and he's like doing these things, but even in him being funny, it still come off like, I'm like, oh, Jamie, I didn't know you was packing like that. Like, even when the camera pans down, he reaches into his belly button and flicks some lint out. Like, it's one of the funniest episodes. It's like smooth. But, like, even so, like, they're not trying to be. And I know what you're talking about with Tank, but Benzino just trying too hard.
Yeah, I think it's the hand because Tank, Chris Brown, Usher, they'll move their hands, but not like this.
It's like when they're being sexy, it's natural, and they're also moving. They're letting the music flow through them. Yeah. Benzino looked like he was fighting the music.
Yeah, he was like.
He was fighting. I'm like, who is your PR person?
I know.
Bring them to the front, sir.
He needs something to do.
Bring them to the front so we can ask your PR person. What had happened was for y'all to come up with this idea.
I like that.
Who was in the room when the idea came to pass and everybody said, yes, that's a good idea.
Good idea.
Let's oil you up.
Let's buy 2 bottles of that oil.
Child, you know what? It's probably one of those situations where he doesn't have PR or friends that's willing to tell him the truth.
Yeah, I would tell him
because if you had real friends, I would like, no, let's not do that.
Yeah.
Let's not.
Let's do something else.
or let's like circle back. Let's
Circle
not do that. The man just passed away. That's not right now. Not right now.
Not right now.
Because the way these comments, Zakiya McKay said he looked like a chewed up Tootsie Roll. Ooh.
Ooh, Tootsie Roll. I remember Tootsie Roll.
Amethyst Michelle says looking like the human version of a Charlie horse cramp I had last night. Because again, I just can't. I can't. I'm gonna stop.
I mean, if I ever were to meet him, I would ask him, hey, what's your gym regimen and how can I get on that? I'll give him that, but no.
The takeaway from this is, Benzino, bruh, your body, your discipline for that body, A1.
Yeah.
Don't do this no more. Don't do that. In fact, you see some oil, you run the other way. Okay? If the oil get too close to you, you file a restraining order. Don't do this. Don't do this no more. No more. But a lot of these songs are, they're inspired by R&B. They're inspired by the lovers and the couples, right? They're inspired by a lot of things. Absolutely. But
you can't do that no more.
The comments, boy.
Them comments is funny. They're so funny.
Benzino, who asked for this? Ain't nobody asked for that.
So we've got another segment.
What had happened was,
and I saw this on social media.
Okay.
And I believe it's on TikTok. I saw it on Instagram and Facebook. And this will kind of be the finale, main event of our episode. But I saw this video of what looked like, it wasn't a couple. It was a guy and a girl that was going out on a date.
Yes.
Right? They were just, the dating pool. They got lucky. They're going out on a date. But then the video of her, she recorded herself, the young lady. It went viral because she didn't tell or told their date that she was on her cycle, her period, right? And the dude got upset because he was like, why did you tell me that you were on this cycle before we had this date?
Yeah.
And here's my quick take. And I'm talking to my fellas. Or my ladies, if you date the ladies too, we'll gentrify. But my fellas. When you're trying to get to know somebody, it doesn't matter if she's on her cycle or not. Right? Because you're trying to get to know that person. Now, personally for me, if I know somebody, this is the first date, mind you. I'm not thinking about how can I get in her pants. I'm not thinking how can I get to her bedroom. I'm thinking, will I gel well with this girl if I take her out on a date? Will she be the one that I like? Fellas, I'm talking about getting to know somebody before doing all of these things, right? Because when you're just there to get to the mission line, the goal in the pants, it's not going to work out well for you, right? Now, this young lady, obviously she's upset because now she figures that, oh, you only wanted to take me out, take me to dinner because you're trying to get something else after it. Yeah. And it's a shameful thing that some guys are like, and I'll say some guys because I ain't gonna say all guys like that, but some guys, they don't have the right intentions at heart when you're trying to get to know somebody. And then when that happens, it sucks for us good guys that's trying to date because some women would say, no, I don't want to date anymore because guys only want one thing. Yeah. Right. Now,
and I will say this. I'm gonna play the audio here. I don't know if this is a skit or they're friends. So, because the guy that she's actually on a date with, he was the one that posted this video and added her as a collaborator. The guy is dhawks_, and her name on Instagram is Aluwawandi. I'm sorry, I said that wrong. Aluwawandami is how you say her name, I think. But he posted it and added her. He said, do you think Aluwawandami should have told me she was on her period before our first date? So again, don't know if this is a skit, but I wanted to talk about this because this conversation comes up a lot.
Yeah, it does.
So let's go ahead and see.
What had happened was,
We in this position because not me.
You should have
Are
told
you for real
guys,
right now?
if we're going on a first date, you should have told me you was on your period.
Nah, that's not true. That's not true. Not on my watch. Not on my blood. I don't gotta tell you nothing about what got going on in my body. Absolutely not. You don't think if you're going on a first date with a guy, you should tell me on your period? That's actually insane. Why
That
do I
is
need
insane.
to tell you if I'm on my period?
That's private.
What do you want to do with that information?
I mean, anything can happen.
Nah, you just want to smash. That's what happened.
No, it's not about
No,
that.
That's really the
yes.
facts. Nah, that's really the facts. For real.
How? If I'm taking you on a
Because
date,
you mad because I didn't tell you I was on my period in the first
if
place.
I'm taking you on a date, how does that mean just want to smash? What are you talking about?
Because you want me to tell you. You mad about the fact that I didn't tell you I was on my period.
Yes. You don't think that's something you should tell somebody?
Nah, I don't think I gotta tell you about my business.
That's
Unless you my boyfriend, you're courting me, you're pursuing me. I ain't gotta tell you nothing.
If we about clearly, I'm trying to get to know you, and I could be your boyfriend. Don't you think your business is my business in the beginning?
No, absolutely
Nah,
not.
this is a test. This is a test run.
Yeah, I ain't
I don't know
gonna
what you thought this was.
You failed. If this was
Me
you
failed. Now you failed. Now get out of my car.
Should've-
I really don't.
So, okay. I'm with her. I'm like, there's no need for you to know that a woman's on her period unless your intentions from jump was you wanted to have sex at the end of the night. Yeah. So for you to act there and sit there and tell me, no, that ain't why, then what's the reason that you need to know she's on her period?
And what's the reason you're getting so mad?
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure
this is my thing. Yeah, it's probably skewed.
But why you get mad?
But it's a good social experience conversation because the conversation really does happen. There are really dudes who get mad once they, on a date, they don't pay for food, they don't went out somewhere, and at the end of the night, if a woman was to give them a kiss on the cheek, say, well, thank you, I had a good time. What you mean? Where you going? They truly, they think there's a reward payoff at the end of that, right? And I'm just sitting over here like, y'all do know that hookers and escorts still exist, right?
Yep.
If you wanted to just have sex with somebody, quit jumping through all these random little hoops of buying dinner and flowers and all this kind of stuff. You still paying for it at the end of the day. So if you wanted just to have sex, go get you a stripper. Get you a hooker, somebody that's willing to do that. There's no shame in that work. If that's their prerogative, that's your prerogative. But what these people don't want to admit is they're the type of people that got to pay for sex. But they want to dictate how they pay for sex. They rather make it look like they're this good guy and they're doing it for relationship purposes when you're still paying for sex. Regardless of whether you don't took this lady out and did all this stuff and you expected to have sex at the end of the night versus you getting an escort or a hooker or somebody and paying them and going straight to having sex. Either way, you're still going to pay. You just don't want to admit that you're the type that has to. Because if a woman really wants to sleep with you, it don't matter if it's the first date. It don't matter if you don't pay for some meals, some this or that. If the chemistry there and they want to sleep with you, baby, it's going to happen. The fact that you can't get a woman to sleep with you on her own accord and willingness means you got to be the type that got to pay for it. And that's the part that pisses them off. Yep. They don't want to admit that is it.
You're totally right.
Let me tell you
totally righty. I think that, when you are getting to know someone, he was wrong in to say, hey, I'm trying to pursue you, so shouldn't your business be my business? Absolutely not. Yeah. Fellas, when you're trying to pursue a young lady, she don't have to tell you everything. Her business, her side hustles, her jobs, her social security number. You shouldn't say that to anybody. But the concept is she don't have to exploit any of her business. Now, I remember when I was a kid, even now to me being an adult, because I have two sisters, obviously, they won't tell the brothers, hey, don't mess with me, I'm on my cycle. They ain't go, when they like, oh, not today, we already know. They don't tell me all of that. So what makes you think when you're trying to talk to a girl or date a girl, she gonna tell you that she's on that cycle, right? That is such a private, sensitive thing that women keep sacred, right? Unless you're married, right? I'm sure married couples tell each other, even now, I've seen it, I heard some couples that they don't really, hey, when my girl tell me, she don't tell me she's directly on her cycle. She just tell me, hey, not today. I already know what that means, right? So you just gotta, you've gotta read those signs. I do think that the fella just wanted to hit it and quit it. Fellas, and I will say this, because I've had it to where, yes, I've tried to date women, and some women would only want a free meal, and that's it. That does happen. But I think the thing fellas are missing, that if you're looking for that one, I would say, because I'm new spiritual person, find your woman of God first and foremost, and you it's gonna happen one day. But if you're pursuing somebody and you pay for dinner, and then she gives you a kiss on the cheek, leave it alone. That's it, right? Because this is just the dating thing that I think. If you rush into it, trying to hit it and quit it, then she might feel a little awkward, right? If you get a kiss on the cheek from the date, I'll call you tomorrow. When can I talk to you next? When our next date? But be chill about it, because if you rushing into that, that's not gonna work. Because trust me, when I was younger, I used to rush right into it, and it never worked. Now
you was rushing?
I was rushing. Like I wanted to. This is when I was a kid. I was like 19.
What's that kid? Because when I hear kid, I'm thinking like
I mean,
kid.
a teenager. I was 19. Young man. I was 18, 19, going on dates and just trying to, and I was the only high school kid that was kind of a nerd and a dweeb a little bit. So, I was excited.
You're not a dweeb.
Yeah, I was. But I'm pretty swanky now. But yeah, I used to take girls on dates and wanted something afterwards. But obviously, I'm 29. I got a lot older and started going to church now. So it's like, okay, now I understand how to pursue someone without being too eager and too fast. And fellas, that's just what it takes. And it don't have to be an expensive date, fellas and ladies, right? You can take somebody on a coffee date or take them to Chick-fil-A. If it's something that's not $50 a person, some women would appreciate that. And if women don't want to do that kind of date, maybe that's not the woman for you. Ever thought about it?
Look, I'm all for dates and flowers and candy and card, but I'm the type of person if that chemistry is mutual, and I want to have SEX.
Hey,
we gonna do that,
you gonna
right?
play that D'Angelo? Shout out to D'Angelo, man. I had to segue that in there.
But like, I'm an adult. Like, I use my words and I communicate and things like that. So I'm never with a man that he's having to do all this finessing and manipulation. First of all, that's a quick way to piss me off. Mm-hmm. I'm much too smart for that, and I see the BS coming a mile away. So yeah, it don't take all of that trying to get into my pants. Like, and I'm trying to say this in a way because I don't want nobody to think, oh dang, Evelyn, is that easy? No, it's not easy. It's not easy. What I'm saying is, when it happens, it's a natural process for me. It's authentic. It ain't based off of, oh, he bought me a meal. Let me give him some at the end of the night. No, it ain't based off of that. It's a very much we communicate what's being felt. What do we want to do about it?
Yeah.
If we gonna do something tonight about it, is we gonna do something tomorrow night about it? Is we gonna do something probably soon about it? Like, it's a communication thing.
Yeah.
But I can't stand that whole, you're using materialistic things to try to have sex at the end of the night, and then when you don't get it, you in your feelings mad. Boy, if you don't go get you an escort. I know. Because
I think if you go out on a date and you don't get none at the end of the night, that first date, but you might on the 5th, 6th date, like if you willing to wait for it, and I guess this is based off what I like. I like to be curious. I like to wait for it. I like to be anticipated that. If I'm seeing somebody and she making me wait for it, oh, that just makes me.
Y'all hear that? Makes me y'all hear that, ladies?
Like you got me on temptation. Like you keeping me waiting, and that might be the right one for you, right?
Might be, yeah.
Cause
I'm just such a chemistry and energy type person.
Chemistry, relationship.
And also
intellectual for me too. If you're smart,
yeah. Oh,
I love that. Please be smart.
I'm such a sapiosexual, but also for me, I have to also make sure who I choose to sleep with, what their temperament is. Because if I sleep with you and I'm like, oh, it was okay, but I'm not gonna sleep with you again. Yeah. Your chest gonna be tight when you think you're gonna get a second chance. Yeah. And I'm like, no, I was good. The first time was enough. And then you're like, well, what's wrong with me? Like
some dude's like, well, the first time I bent you over and you liked it, you were screaming like,
Like, it was okay. It wasn't. No, it ain't even about faking it. There's sometimes sex is just that. It's just okay. It ain't great enough for me to want to do it with you again, but it was okay.
Yeah.
But the thing is, everybody's pride can't accept that when a woman is honest about that. Yeah. So before I sleep with anybody outside of like our energy and our chemistry together, I need to know what is temperament like. Because if this sexual experience, what we think it is going to be, turns out to fall flat. Are you the type of person when I walk away and like, you know what, I'm good? Are you the type of person to let it be? Let it be. Or are you the type of person that can keep blowing me up like, hey, just give me another chance? Or I know you effing other people. Or
I just let it be. You're like, all right,
child. And the way that people love to say, women are overly emotional and women can't have sex without emotion or detaching from somebody afterwards. Let me tell you something. As a woman who is a little seasoned and has had some partners, I'm about to sit here in front with y'all. Some partners, men can be highly emotional, especially if their pride and ego takes a hit, and you tell them, you know what, thank you for that experience, but I think we should go our separate ways. Boy, there's been some meltdowns. Really? As I said, you know, to allow me now at 37 going on 38, I'm very much more. It can't just be about chemistry and energy. Like, I got to really check your temperament. Are you the type of person that takes rejection well? Yeah. Even if it's after we have sex. Are you the type of person that can take rejection? Because that may be the case. I don't need to keep trying I don't need a 7-day trial period. Yeah. 7 times having sex with you to know that I don't want an 8th. Like, no. I can be one and done. And it's just like, are you the type of person where you gonna be okay if I'm one and done? Like,
or are you gonna have a temper tantrum?
Yeah, you know. And if we go our separate ways,
I ain't even like you no way.
Yeah, and if we go our separate ways, don't think, oh gosh, you know, I wonder if everyone think about me. And it's not. Nah, I moved on. You know, I'm like, it is what it is. It's the same way with dating right now. You know, I've talked to people on the phone who they'll tell me, oh, you know, I'm huge on time and energy, and I'm intentional and blah, 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 and all this kind of stuff, but then the communication sucks. Yeah. I will not be waiting by no phone for you. I will not be blowing up your phone. I'm going to say, hey, you know, check in. If I send you a text message or call you and you don't respond in two days max, first of all, it shouldn't take you 48 hours, right? Because a quick text takes less than 2 minutes, less than 30 seconds to say, oh, I'm busy, I'll hit you back. But if you don't respond back, I'm not waiting on your response. I keep moving on with my life. Life is moving.
Life is lifing right now.
You know, because I'm intentional. I'm a busy person. So when I am dating, I make room, time, and space for someone. Yeah. And if you don't know how to reciprocate that, baby,
Deuces. So the moral of the story, ladies and gentlemen, and for my gentlemen, please don't be a butthole. You know, if she's on it, that doesn't disqualify her. She doesn't have to tell you her whole business if you're just trying to pursue and get to know somebody. I'm saying, right?
And if all you want is sex at the end of the night, go get you a hooker or a stripper.
Yeah. On that note,
what had happened was...
Y'all need to quit begging.
I know. Ladies and gentlemen,
what had happened was...
thank y'all for staying tuned.
We'll
catch y'all for the next one.
On the next one.
Hey.
With your fabulous host, the one and only Admiral Letitia. And my boy Kendrick Lucas Patterson, K.L.P. You know what it is.
You know what it
is. What happened was...
podcast that bring you all the commentary from the headlines, the current events, everything that's going on.
What had happened was...
make sure y'all tune in. Follow us, WHHW Radio 1 on Instagram and on Facebook. What Had Happened Was podcast.
What had happened
was...
we
love y'all.
Deuces.
Deuces.